Yes, I will be giving you guys my thoughts on Dragon Ball Super Superhero. If you have not seen the video, yes, this contains spoilers, so definitely go check it out when you can, if you can. Otherwise, if you don't mind spoilers, then fine. If you do, you might want to shoot. But anywho, getting into the bread and butter of this movie. Little disclaimer as well, another disclaimer. I don't explain things the best way. I explain things in my own way that I understand it, and I interpret it in a different way and whatever. So I will try my best to talk about as many points as possible, but I want to express this in my own way, if I don't mind, okay? So the movie is in full 3D, correct? I find it so hilarious that before the movie came out overseas, people had this big issue with like the full movie is 3D. Oh, it looks bad, it looks trash, blah blah blah. I actually didn't even pay any mind to the movie being full 3D. It felt like it just came natural. It looked good. The animations I felt were nice. I liked it. I would be okay if more movies were like that from now on. I do like the art style from Dragon Ball Super Broly. Obviously, I do like that. I'm not saying this is better. I'm not saying which is better or not. I'm just saying that I also enjoy the full 3D models and the animations as well. Have at it. Give me another movie with 3D models. That is all I'm saying. So I do like the fact that they obviously showed Broly. If you guys don't know, yes, this is a direct sequel to Dragon Ball Super Broly, which is, spoilers obviously, at the end of that movie, if you haven't seen it, you know, they wanted to train Broly to fight properly, right? Because Broly is not a villain. Broly is not a villain character. So let's get that out the way right now. I'm glad that they did show Broly in this movie. It wasn't a whole lot because obviously the main characters, the main bread and butter of this movie is obviously Gohan and Piccolo, right? So they have shown Broly alongside of Goku and Vegeta in the other world with Whis and Beerus and Chila and everyone else, okay? So, you know, that was pretty much that whole section where Goku and Vegeta were throughout the entirety of the movie. They were training. Broly was getting some he was visually learning, training, I guess. But no, it was good that they did at least show him, although it wasn't a whole lot, but they at least showed him to say, hey, Broly is here. We didn't forget about him, blah, blah, blah. This is a sequel. And Goku and Vegeta obviously didn't play a big role in this movie, which is good. I'm glad to have a movie that didn't focus on the Goku and Vegeta, for Christ's sake, you know what I mean? So they were, you know, bits and pieces in and out the movie, training, otherworld, yada, yada. And I find it funny, they mentioned the Tournament of Power, correct, right? But they never mentioned Ultra Instinct. So I'm assuming, going off of that logic, obviously you can't go back into it from the end of the Tournament of Power, right? I don't want to stay too long on this topic. So yeah, Goku, they just never mentioned, they mentioned Jiren, but never mentioned Ultra Instinct. Funny enough, right? Okay, so Gamma 1 and 2. I actually enjoy Gamma 1 and 2 a lot more than I thought they would. I thought there was gonna be some play, you know, they look a little silly, they look plain. He just him, but with a second horn as a Gamma 2. Gamma 1 just has one. They actually are really cool characters. I really enjoy seeing Gamma 2. Gamma 2 was like the more, I don't want to say aggressive, but the more, you know, he was kind of like out there, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, you know, I beat him. Oh crap, you know, just like overlooking certain things, simple things, and just highly energetic. And Gamma 1 is a little more composed. They're kind of like opposites of each other, you know what I mean? Gamma 1's more composed, and you know, he's more logical. I want to say he puts more thought into things and whatnot. Whereas Gamma 2 is just like, you know what? I'm about to have some fun. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Oh, you know, it's like, it's really cool to see those two characters. And like I said, I really enjoyed them much more than I thought I would, personally. I do want to talk about the Piccolo form. What do they call it? Orange Piccolo, orange making, whatever. Okay, so obviously Piccolo enlarging himself is something that he has done in Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball. If you haven't seen it, OG Dragon Ball is wonderful. You should definitely check it out. But anywho, the transformation of the orange Piccolo, I thought it looked cool, I guess. I don't know exactly how he got the form. I mean, I know he's Kami, so he has to be some, you know, I guess some parts of like Shinran or Dragon Ball, because technically didn't Kami create the Dragon Balls? I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, but my memory's a little hazy, but definitely correct me on that if I'm wrong. But didn't Kami create the Dragon Balls? Or how were the Dragon Balls created? Somebody let me know in the comment section below, because I may be wrong on that. But I just like how it's a part of him. And just got that power up, came up rising and just all buffed and all that. I mean, he was super orange and stuff, but like, I thought that was cool that he had like his own form. And that also brings me to Gohan later on in the video. But also felt like Piccolo, I did like the role Piccolo played, except the chaperone dude who took L's. Yes, I said chaperone dude who took L's. He was taking care of Pan. The man got stronger with the Dragon Balls. The man got a transformation. He still took an L. You know what I mean? I feel like there's an actual villain other than Cell Max. We could have seen some type of W out of Piccolo. You know what I mean? But I feel like there was no space for Piccolo to get a W because there's really only one true villain that can fight back. Minus those other two dudes. One true villain. Cell Max. Yes. Because Gamma 1 and 2 technically aren't villains. And pretty much the similar situation in 17-18. They aren't bad people, but they just were created by bad people and were giving orders. So our 18 turned out. And 17 as well, actually. So, Beast Gohan. I think I mostly love everything about this form. I love the color of the aura. I love the electricity around him. I love the name of this form because it reminds me that this dude is a beast when he unlocks his potential. Deep down, Gohan is that guy. He is the man. No, Gohan at the start of the series has always had like unleashed potential. Of course, Goku just kept seeing it more and more throughout the series. Even, you know, during the Saiyan saga, when man powered up and he headbutt Raditz, his power level was actually hiding everybody during that time in the Saiyan saga. It was crazy. But yeah, like, Gohan always had this type of unleashed potential that people relied on and more people came to understand it. Remember the Cell saga, actually, when Goku allowed Gohan to fight Cell and Piccolo and everybody else, like, bro, that's your son down there getting beat. Are you crazy? I'm about to go down there right now because you're a maniac. You're gonna let your son die. It's because no one really understood the potential that Gohan had except for Goku, because he fought him in a time chamber. Goku knew what Gohan was about. So now it's like when this movie came to play towards the final scene, and when Piccolo's basically sacking himself, and the whole point of he had Pan scream was to like piss Gohan off, you know? You hurt his friends, you get the beast. That's how it was in his Cell saga. That's how it was in the movie. You hurt the people closest to him, you're gonna see the bad side of Gohan that you do not want to see. And Piccolo knew about, I mean, Piccolo after the Cell saga more so knew about it, you know? He's like, okay, Gohan had his potential. So he pretty much, the reason I brought up the whole Cell incident during the Cell games is because that's exactly what Piccolo did in this situation. Cell Jr. used to beat up Gohan's friends, Gohan get pissed, Android 16 gets killed, he loved life, he ain't do nothing wrong, Gohan got pissed, Super Saiyan 2. Piccolo, making Pan scream, making him transform, make him go into his unlocked potential. You know, he sacked himself, like I said, so Gohan can unleash his potential. So it's pretty cool that Piccolo drew that out of him, knowing that something like that was gonna happen because they had once before, okay? It was really cool to see Pan, okay? I know there's a meme where I hate on Pan, but that's mainly because of the game Dragon Ball Legends. And whenever she comes out in the summoning banner, like when you summon, and she comes out, like, how do you live in yourself? And, you know, it's like she's judging me. But no, all memes aside, Pan, I felt like definitely played a pivotal point in this movie, and it was really cool to see her in a different design, you know, canonically. It's good to see Pan, canon, moving around, blah, 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 because the only time we've seen her is actually at the end of Z, correct? Is that technically canon? Because we also saw like you know, like a grown-up Goten and Trunks, which kind of loosely resembles how they look in the movie, minus the outfits, but like the hairstyle, the growth spurt, Trunks, you know what I mean? They actually, you know, they were in fighting attire at that time, and in the movie they weren't really, because they were just chilling. Bulma was like, hey, yo, I brought Earth's greatest warriors. Pulled up with a goddamn policeman and Krillin. Goten and Trunks didn't know what the hell they were doing. And I think 18 came along too, just because she's a waifu and she's beautiful. Yes, I love 18. And, you know, it was just cool. I'm going to stray away from all the points and all that. I'm just going, like, I'm just going. I don't want to say from memory, but yeah. So the idea of Beast Gohan, I do like. Like I said, I like the aura. The long hair didn't look as silly as I thought it would have been, because, yo, Twitter exaggerates a lot of stuff. Photoshop, photo manipulation, all that good stuff. Gohan, look good. You look good, Gohan. You look good. Red eyes. Dude, I like that everyone has like their own different form. I don't want to bring up the Dragon Ball Super manga because that's also spoilers. But yeah, I thought that was really dope. Beast Gohan. It just reminds you the hidden potential and how beastly, you know, I don't know. It's just me going off of something. How beastly he is, okay? How much of a beast he is. Okay. So, Gotenks, I would have loved to have seen Gotenks without a failed fusion, but that is just in their character. They remind me of like a gag character, a joke character during this point in time, because to be fair, what can Gotenks really do with the level of Super Saiyan 3? Honestly, that is like so far, that's like so Buu Saga, you know what I mean? Like, what can they really do with Super Saiyan 3? I don't think I'm going to see any more potential from Goten and Trunks. I could be wrong in the near future or late future or whatever. because it just seems like they give off a non-serious vibe, which is kind of cool. But you know, I've always loved Gotenks in the Buu saga mainly because he was pretty much a comical character, but he was just strong as hell because of the power of the fusion. You know what I mean? Man had all that strength while being two weaklings separate, but together you guys are just one of the strongest characters in Dragon Ball Z, 100%. And I thought that was really cool, and that's how they became my favorite fusion. All the techniques they had, really dope. Hell yeah, I love Gotenks, dude. But no, it was good to see Goten and Trunks hit a damn growth spurt for once in their life. Somewhere in the anime, the movie, somewhere I needed to see them grow up. That wasn't GT, for Christ's sake. Because I mean, I do like GT, but I'm trying to stay on a main timeline type of deal. You know what I mean? Obviously. So that was really cool. That was definitely really cool. And we're gonna go to Cell Max. Oh man. So I did really enjoy the movie. The biggest upset for me was 100% Cell Max, and I'll explain to you why. Cell Max, you guys may or may not know, but Cell Saga is my favorite saga in Dragon Ball. Gohan is my favorite character. Vegeta's always been my favorite character, but Super Saiyan 2 is my favorite transformation because of Gohan. And Cell is also my favorite villain in the show. You can see I'm completely biased towards the Android saga, right? Right? Yes. So me seeing Cell Max, I was kind of sad. I was kind of let down from seeing how he was, because he was basically like a brainless, mindless shell. Pretty much compare Broly to Bio Broly. Sure, Broly can't really speak much. Old Broly, Z Broly, I mean. New Super Broly, sure, he's getting better with talking, because he's like, he's like a beast still, kind of. But, you know, I do want to see more progression on Broly later on. But regardless, he reminds me of Broly to Bio Broly. Bio Broly was some slime, I don't know what he was in that movie, but it wasn't good. And that's what it reminded me of Cell Max. Disregarding how big he was, it's just like, the man couldn't even talk. He had no dialogue. He was just, ooh. You know, I don't know. Not to say that villains don't talk are bad, but it's just, I know it's not supposed to be the same Cell. I know it's a stronger creation, a different creation and stuff, but I just feel bad seeing Cell Max that couldn't speak, that couldn't express himself other than grunting. Like, he just felt like a mindless shell, you know what I mean? And I think he's perfect to compare to Bio Broly. I legit don't see the difference between Cell Max and Bio Broly. Please tell me what's the difference. Oh wait, so I didn't really like him. He didn't really give, I don't know. I like Cell way too much to like Cell Max, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was definitely a big letdown. I know I didn't explain that very well, but I did explain at the beginning of the video. I'm not the best at phrasing things, but I just do it in my own way because that's how I am. That's how I am. But it was really cool to have that callback to the Saiyan saga. If y'all remember, how did they kill Raditz? Goku held on to Raditz for dear life, right? He grabbed his tail and, you know, and held his tail. Actually, no, he actually grabbed him. He like that. And then he had Piccolo do the special move cannon to kill them both, right? It reminds you a lot of what happened at the end of that movie, correct? When Piccolo was wrapping his arms around Cell Max and he had Gohan use, well, he didn't have Gohan use the special beam cannon because he didn't know until after the fight, the engagement had happened. Gohan pulled out the special beam cannon. I was like, yo, that is a sick callback to the Saiyan saga, because it reminds me of when Piccolo killed both Goku and Raditz. But in this situation, Piccolo didn't die. Obviously aimed it towards his head because you cracked that part. He explodes and Cell Max is done. So I actually really like that callback to the earlier days of the Saiyan saga. Sorry, excuse me. That was really cool. That was really cool. And I just like how Dragon Ball finds some type of way to break the barrier. I feel like they just do something that just defy laws and time and defy everything. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically like Dragon Ball is in Fortnite. Apparently Dragon Ball is going to be in PUBG. Dragon Ball went full 3D. Dragon Ball went with a completely different art style of Dragon Ball Super. It's like they are always trying something new, you know what I mean? And just to break that boundaries and to break that barrier for just anime in general. I find it really cool. They're always trying new things, regardless if you guys hate it or not. They made Goji the canon, for Christ's sake, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Super is canon, right? And it's just really sick to see an anime that started, well, if we're talking about manga, that started from the mid 80s all the way up until now, and it's still huge. So I'm talking 40 plus years later, We're getting movies, we're getting art styles, different art styles. We're still getting a manga adaptation. We're still getting, not adaptation, so we're still getting manga for it. We're still getting, well, hopefully another anime soon. It's just cool to still see it in this light of day. Something I've been watching since I was a damn kid, and now I'm 29 years old. And it's amazing that it's in theaters. I can physically drive to and see some damn Dragon Ball. That is actually dope. That is insanely dope. And honestly, my overall thoughts for the movie, I enjoyed it because it was a different pace than Dragon Ball Super Broly, because it was really Goku, Broly, Vegeta, Goku, Broly, Vegeta. It was just between the three, a little circle of few people. Obviously, you got the Frieza Force humans, sorry, the Frieza Force people along in the movie. But it was like, this one, you got to see 18, you got to see Bulma, you know, more of the casual characters. In the original cast that we're used to, you got to see Krillin. We didn't see Yamcha and Tien though, funny enough, but we saw Goten, we saw Trunks, we saw most of the whole shebang, you know what I mean? It was pretty cool. It was actually enjoyable overall. I don't know if I can rate this over Dragon Ball Super Broly. I've wanted so hard to want to like this more than Dragon Ball Super Broly, but I don't think I can. I feel like the process of it, or the idea of it, I do enjoy more, as opposed to just fighting Broly for the whole movie and going into Gogeta, blah, blah, blah. But this one, I don't know, maybe a little more casual time, you know, with the Piccolo picking up Pan from school, and then Piccolo training Pan, Gohan in his room studying, and then Bulma having her casual talk, trying to reach Whis. It's those little moments that I find cool, and not just action and stuff like that. It's those little moments, not to say they didn't have in the Super Broly, obviously, but I felt like they had more of those little small moments in Superhero, and I really enjoyed it. Even when Piccolo went on a Metal Gear Solid mission to go sneak inside of the new Red Ribbon Army, I thought all that was dope, you know what I mean? And not just all fight, not all fight. Since we all know Dragon Ball is an old manga and doesn't have the greatest story, but we still enjoy it for what it is, am I right? And honestly, I know I missed a few points. Normally when I do this stuff, I will forget things. I will explain things wrong. I will explain things in a weird way. So bear with me. I'm expressing myself how I want to express myself. You can do it a lot more differently. And that is pretty much all I have to say about the Dragon Ball Superhero. Definitely, if you guys have not seen it, well, I don't know if you guys should have already seen it if you're watching this video. That is what I think about Dragon Ball Superhero. I don't think I will put it over Dragon Ball Super Broly, but I'll put it under it. You know, I'll give it like a good 7.5 out of 10, mainly because of Cell Max, mainly because of the mindless grunting by our Broly dude. Tell me your thoughts on the Dragon Ball Superhero movie in the comment section below. Let me know what, I want to have a discussion about this. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna check out all the comments, obviously, and we can just talk about it. Like I said, I may have missed a lot of things. Okay, let's get it, baby.